What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and in today's video I'm bringing to you an airsoft review on the VFC Glock 45 Gen 5. I'm going to kind of blaze through a lot of the features here because I've done a review video for my VFC Glock ATC, and I'm sure if you are a Glock fan, you pretty much know all the features of this, so it's nothing too crazy or stuff, but I'll blaze through them either way. So, yeah, this is officially licensed by Glock, and you got all the proper trademarks and so forth, and all the correct markings, thanks to the license that Umarex has, or the partnership that Umarex or VFC has with Glock. So, yeah, very nice one-to-one scale replica. This is a green gas powered handgun or airsoft gun. So you will have, this is your green gas magazine. It comes with a 25 round gas magazine. It's pretty tiny, and if you want to fill it, you're gonna have to move the base plate just like this. That way you get access to your fill valve right there. Personally, I'm glad that it's easy to kind of slide off and on and off. Although I kind of just would have preferred a hole, honestly, or even better, with what VFC did with their extended magazines is that they put the fill valve right next to the release valve here. On that note, though, which is really nice, is if you're not a fan of these, I'm sure these work great. Like, keeps the gun nice and compact. But if you're not a fan of reloading, or if you don't want to have to reload as much and you want to carry more rounds, if you have any of these VFC extended magazines, it will fit into these. And honestly, like, come on, that looks so much better and such. So, yeah, I definitely. I like running, at least when it comes to Glocks, I like running the extended mags much better. So, yeah. Moving on, you got your standard, your famous trigger safety for the Glock. So, nothing too crazy about that. I really like the texturing of the grip here. It's almost like a nice, like checkered. It's a nice check kind of grip to it. It's very nice, very unlikely to slip out of my hands and such. What's nice is they have both serrations at the back and the front here. So if you're not a fan of grabbing it from the rear of the slide to rack it, you can also use your you can also grab it like this at the front to rack it as well, and that actually feels really nice, honestly. I can see why people like to rack it like this, but it's usually only you can only usually do that if the slide has front serration. So this is definitely a nice option to have when you want to rack the slide. The sights themselves are a little different than what you're used to with previous gen Glocks. But yeah, because with the Gen 5 you'll have 2 dots at the back, 1 at the front. So kind of like what I had for my USP, you'll have 1 dot in the front for the front sight, 2 dots at the back for the rear sight. So Glock kind of decided to went with this, and I kind of like it. It's probably a little easier too for beginners, because this actually isn't mine. This is a one of the airsoft, one of the pistols that we rent out at the airsoft range where I work at. So, yeah, I find a good amount of people, they like the Glock with how easy it is to align the sights and such. So, yeah, I think this is a very good beginner gun, especially given how small and compact it is. So, that said, it probably would be more suitable for someone, especially with the smaller hands and such. But if you have big hands too, you're still going to be able to rock this very well. So what's really nice, actually, I must say, is that unlike previous Glocks or previous generations of Glock, you actually have a ambidextrous slide lock here, or slide release. So it doesn't matter if you want to do it from this side or from this side. Normally it's here because of the left side here. but you can also operate it from the right side as well if you're a lefty. So lefties get a little bit of love as well. Trigger safety obviously doesn't matter because you know you're going to be operating it left or right finger. It's not going to matter. The mag release is still only on the left side though, so not a big deal though, because like I've said in previous review videos, if you're a lefty, you can just simply use your middle finger to press that mag release and such. So it really doesn't may force you to change your shooting grip that much. So it's great. Takedown lever, pretty standard. Like with all Glocks, you have this takedown pin and such. I'm not going to do that right now, but you get the idea. One thing that is really nice, I will mention, for adjusting the hop up with this, I'm not sure if it's the same for the Generation 4, but it is the case with the Gen 5, at least with this Glock 45, is if you want to adjust your hop up, it's this little screw right here. So you will get a little Allen key that comes with your gun, and this is just how it was when I had my my VFC USP. You have a little tool, or in this case an Allen key. You insert it at the front here. You rotate it clockwise to increase hop, and then rotate it counterclockwise to decrease hop. And what's really nice is that you get these really defined clicks while you're adjusting it, so you know for sure, okay, 1 click it's gonna go this, 2 clicks it's gonna go like this, 3 clicks it's gonna go like that, so you can find that perfect balance of how much hop I know. Okay, I gotta do 3, 4, 5 clicks or something like that. Out of the box, with green gas, it's in the middle of winter right now, so it's pretty cold right now. So right now I was getting around anywhere from like 250 to 270 feet per second. Maybe once the summertime comes around and warms up, then maybe it'll be closer to like in the 300s or low 300s, something like that. Because that's what my VFC Glock 18C was shooting at when I got it, or when I was shooting properly. Yeah, so I'll do a quick demo with the just to show you the how the trigger is. So obviously with Glocks, you got a lot of take up before you reach the wall, because you do have that trigger safety. So there's about 5 millimeters of play, I would say, before you hit the wall, and the wall is like, yeah, it's pretty pronounced. So yeah, you got about 5 millimeters of play, hit the wall. It says about maybe a 3-pound trigger, pretty light. Okay, there's a bit of over travel after you've after you've broken through the wall there. Reset. Reset, I'd say it's about 4 millimeters. Yeah. So yeah, with a lot of Glocks, you know, you're gonna have that really long take up before you hit the wall. So it's definitely not a typical race a pistol, or not really designed for racing. But at the same time, you know, you got a very definitive, you know, when you're like pulling that trigger, you get a nice little click through that wall, and the reset is very loud, as you can see. Yeah, like you can hear that from like a mile away. Glocks are known for having a really loud reset. But yeah, it's really great overall, and yeah, I'd say the recoils, because this is a small pistol, there isn't like, I mean, you do get a little bit of kick, but it's mainly just the slide. It's like, I would kind of describe it as like snappy but weak, you know. You do get, that slide does kick back quite a bit, but it's not as, it's a pretty weak kick. Like, it doesn't really like shock, it doesn't really send shock through your arms as much as maybe from my like Tokyo Marui FN57, or even my VFC Glock 18C, for that matter. But yeah, I'd say yeah, it's a very straightforward gun. Definitely though got some really nice features going for it, and yeah, I would say like if you're looking for a Glock pistol that's like the latest thing and just got the best of both worlds kind of, I'd say this is a pretty good choice. So like I said, this isn't mine. This is actually the Airsoft Range's rental gun. I'm actually going to be adding an extra Glock 45 to our list of our choices of rentals, just because you know, people have been liking the Glock quite a bit. So we have one Glock 45 so far, so we're gonna be adding a second one, just so that you know, high kappas are our most popular, or at least what our place focuses on, just because there's so many parts. So high kappa we have like 7. Glocks we're gonna have like 2 of these, and then we're gonna have the one Cyber Gun Desert Eagle, which I've also done a review video on this channel. So you can check it out if you wish. But yeah, that's that. Overall, very nice, very nice Glock. Not my type of Glock, but I can see why people like this kind of Glock. So if you have questions, let me know in the comments down below, and hope to see you guys in my future videos. And until next time, peace out, guys.